I'm showcasing my top 5 meta assault rifle loadouts in Warzone 2 Season 4 Reloaded. Basically just going through and telling you guys exactly what you should be running in the current meta. Before I hop into any of that though, I want to give a massive shout out to my Noti gang. Let's hop directly into loading number 1. Weapon number 1 on the list is the ISO Hemlock assault rifle, which if you guys haven't been playing the game, for some reason with the Season 4 Reloaded update, they really tweaked a lot of the damage profiles across the entire game. And the ISO Hemlock is one of the weapons that got accidentally broken. This thing is absolutely absurd and back to the top of the list. So of course, let me get you guys the build real quick. For the first attachment, just like usual, I have the Harbinger D20 suppressor, giving you everything you need to help out the build with the sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. For the tuning on the suppressor, I completely max it out for that recoil smoothness, and I completely max it out for that bullet velocity. Mixing in absolutely perfect is the Fielder T50 barrel, giving you guys that damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, and hipfire accuracy, just like the Harbinger D20, making it to where the ISO Hemlock is better in every possible way. For the tuning on the barrel, I did plus 0.16 for that recoil steadiness and plus 0.15 for that damage range. Just like I always tell you guys, the optics are 100% personal preference. You can run whatever you're the most comfortable with, but for me on the ISO Hemlock, I love running the MW2. For the tuning on the optic, I did negative 1.26 for the ADS speed, and for the bottom bar, I left it completely even at 0.0. Then we're tossed on the 5.56 high velocity ammunition, mixing in absolutely perfect with the barrel and the muzzle, giving you guys even more bullet velocity, getting you even closer to hit scan. For the tuning on the ammunition, I completely maxed out that damage range, and I completely maxed out that bullet velocity. Then we're tossed on the 45 round mag, increase that mag capacity, making it to where you don't have to reload after every single kill. But overall, that's my full build for the ISO Hemlock assault rifle in Warzone 2 Season 4 Reloaded. Like I was saying before, this did get randomly buffed, and it's incredibly broken again. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give the full build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. But like I said, that is loading number 1 on the list. So stop directly into loading number 2. Loading number 2 and weapon number 2 is the M4 assault rifle, which like I always tell you guys is like the old reliable of Warzone. It's literally never been bad in all of the lifespan of the game, and it's still incredibly good now. So of course for this build, we're tossed on the Harbinger D20 suppressor again, giving you guys the exact same pros and cons as the ISO Hemlock. For the tuning on the suppressor, I did plus 1.40, completely maxing out for that recoil smoothness, and plus 0.35 for that bullet velocity. Then we're tossed on the HIGHTOWER 20-inch barrel, giving you guys that recoil control, damage range, bullet velocity, and hipfire accuracy. Again, making it to where the M4 is an absolute beam. You're getting closer to hit scan, and you're making it hit way harder. For the tuning on the barrel, I did plus 0.19 for that recoil steadiness, and plus 0.40 for that damage range. Speaking of being a beam, you have the FTAC Ripper 56 for the underbarrel, giving you guys that aiming out of stability, hipfire accuracy, and recoil stabilization. Again, another massive reason why this M4 build is an absolute beam. For the tuning on the underbarrel, I did plus 0.54 for that recoil stabilization, and plus 0.14 for that aiming out of stability. Like I was just saying with the Hemlock, the optics are 100% personal preference. You can run whatever you feel the best with, but again, I absolutely love running the AMOV4. For the tuning on the optic, I did negative 1.65 for the ADS speed, and negative 1.01 for far. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we're tossing the 60 round mag, increase that mag capacity, making it so you can beam an entire 4-stack if you really need to. But overall, that's my full build for the M4 assault rifle in Warzone 2 Season 4 Reloaded. Like I was saying, this is the old reliable Warzone, and it's absolutely disgusting in the current meta. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give the full build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. But like I said, that is loading number 2 and AR number 2. So let's hop directly into number 3. Loading number 3 is the Lockman 5.56 assault rifle, which everybody knows is absolutely disgusting, and it's been in that number 1 spot for the meta for quite some time. For some reason, after the Season 4 Reloaded update, when they went through and messed with all the damage profiles, the Lockman 5.56 took a slight step back. But like I said, it's still super good, so let me get you guys the build for it. For the muzzle, we're tossing the Harbinger D20 suppressor again for the 3rd build in a row, giving you guys the exact same pros and cons. For the tuning on the suppressor, I did plus 1.22 for that recoil smoothness, and plus 0.81 for that bullet velocity. Then we're tossed on the 15.9-inch Lockman RAPP barrel, giving you guys that recoil control, bullet velocity, damage range, and hipfire accuracy, mixing in absolutely perfect with the muzzle, making it to where the Lockman 5.56 is better in every possible way. For the tuning on the barrel, I did plus 0.35 for that recoil steadiness, and plus 0.19 for that damage range. Same thing for this build. Like I always tell you guys, the optics are 100% personal preference, but for me, I just prefer the AMOV4. For the tuning on the optic, I did negative 1.35 for the ADS speed, and negative 1.01 for far. Then we're mixing in with the 5.56 high velocity ammunition, giving you guys that bullet velocity, mixing in absolutely perfect with the muzzle and the barrel, getting you guys even closer to hit scan. For the tuning on the ammunition, I completely maxed it out for the damage range, and I completely maxed it out for that bullet velocity. Then we're tossed on the 60 round mag, increase that mag capacity, making it to where you can beam an entire 4-stack if you really need to. But if you guys do want a tiny bit more mobility, you can swap it from the 60 down to the 40. But overall, that's my full build for the Lockman 556. Like I was telling you guys, this has been meta for quite some time, but after the Season 4 Reloaded update, it took a very slight step back. It's still super good though, so if you guys haven't already, go through, give the full build a try, tell them the highest kill game you guys get with it. But like I said, that is our loading number 3 and AR number 3. So let's hop directly into AR number 4. Loadout number 4 is the TAC 56, which is very similar to the Lockman 556, the M4, and the ISO Hemlock. It's another fantastic option with absolutely zero recoil. So of course, for this build, we got the Harbinger D20 suppressor for the 4th build in a row, of course, with the exact same pros and cons. For the tuning on the suppressor, I completely maxed it out for that recoil smoothness. I completely maxed it out for that bolt velocity. Then we're tossing on the 17.5-inch Tundra Pro barrel, giving you guys that damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bolt velocity, helping out the TAC 56 by making it hit even harder, making you guys a little bit more accurate, and getting you closer to hit scan. For the tuning on the barrel, I did plus 0.15 for that recoil steadiness and plus 0.10 for that damage range. Again, I'm tossing on the MW2 for my optic, but I will say it again, the optics are 100% personal preference. You can run whatever you feel the most comfortable with. For the tuning on the optic, I did negative 1.84 for that ADS speed and negative 1.01 for far. Of course, we're tossing on the 5.56 high velocity ammunition, giving you guys that bolt velocity, getting you guys even closer to hit scan. But if you guys want to and you guys want to be even more accurate, instead of putting this on, you guys can put on the FTAC Ripper 56 for your underbarrel. For the tuning on the ammunition, I completely maxed it out for that damage range, and I completely maxed it out for that bolt velocity. Then we're tossing on the 60 round mag, increase that mag capacity, making it to where you aren't reloading after every single kill. But overall, that's my full loadout for my loadout number 4 with the TAC 56 assault rifle. Like I said, it's another great option in the current meta. It has absolutely zero recoil, and it's incredibly easy to use. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give the full build a try, tell them the highest skill game you guys get with it. But like I said, that is loading number 4 on the list. So hop directly into loading number 5. Loadout number 5 is actually the brand new assault rifle that we got with the Season 4 update. It's the Tempest Razorback, which in my opinion feels even better after the Season 4 Reloaded update. So of course, let me get you guys this build. For the first attachment, we're finally switching it up. We have the Sack and Tread 40 for our muzzle, giving you guys that vertical and horizontal recoil control, making it where the Tempest Razorback is an absolute beam. For the tuning on the muzzle, I completely maxed it out for that recoil stabilization, and then I plus 0.16 for that recoil control. Then we're tossing on the 18-inch TAC 2L barrel, giving you guys that damage range, hip fire accuracy, bolt velocity, and movement speed, making it where the Tempest Razorback is better in every possible way. For the tuning on the barrel, I did plus 0.15 for that recoil steadiness and plus 0.40 for that damage range. Then for the underbarrel, we're tossing the DM PROTO-GRIP, giving you guys that aiming auto stability, horizontal recoil control, and recoil stabilization. Again, mixing in perfect with the muzzle, making it where you can beam anybody you need to using this Tempest Razorback. For the tuning on the underbarrel, I did plus 0.36 for the recoil stabilization and plus 0.40 for that aiming auto stability. Like I've been saying over and over, the optics are 100% personal preference, and for me with the Tempest Razorback, I love running the CRONEN Mini Pro. For the tuning on the optic, I did negative 2.23 for the ADS speed, and for the bottom bar, I left it completely even at 0.0. Then for the last and final attachment, we're tossing the 60 round mag, increasing that mag capacity, making it where you can beam an entire 4-stack if you really need to. But overall, that's my full build for the Tempest Razorback assault rifle in Warzone 2 Season 4 Reloaded. Like I was saying before, I think this is another one of the weapons that got accidentally broken in the update, and it is absolutely disgusting. So of course, if you guys haven't already, go through, give the full build a try, tell them the highest kill game you guys get with it. But like I said, that is our loading number 5 and the last loadout on our list. But I actually do have an honorable mention. For the honorable mention, we have the CRONEN Squall battle rifle. Of course, this should be higher on my list, but it's not technically an assault rifle, so I put it in the honorable mention spot. We're tossing the Sack and Tread 40 for our muzzle, the HR 6.8 barrel, the AMOD-V4 optic, the FTAC Ripper 56 for the underbarrel, and the 50 round drum mag. Like I said, this would be a lot higher on my list, potentially even in that number 1 spot if it was considered an assault rifle. So of course, let me get you guys the tuning for it. And as I'm going through the tuning, make sure you guys pause if you need to. But I do want to let you guys know I stream every single day over on kick.com/EyeQew. It'll be the top link down in the description below. But like I said, that's it for our honorable mention. So overall, those are all my loadouts on the list. So make sure you guys go through and give every single one of them a try. Then go down in the comments below and let me know if it helps you guys out at all. And if it does, make sure you guys hit that bigger and subscribe button. That's it for the video.